Hello friends, welcome to the jQuery video tutorial, the making of address book series. This is the second video, and in this video we are going to write our add new contact page so that we can add new contact details into our address book database. Okay, so this is the scaffolding structure I have created here, and this is the add new contact HTML page which is going to be loaded here. So let's load this add new contact page into our div here, div.ab panel. So I'm gonna grab that div here, div.ab panel, and we'll call the load function here, which will simply take the request URL add new contact.html, and there is a callback function. Okay, now let's see how it works. Okay, now we have got this form. If we try to submit the form, every time I click on this, it gets refreshed, which we don't want, because we're going to send all this form data via Ajax to our backend script, which is a PHP script I have written. So let's first prevent this default form submission. For that purpose, we are going to fetch the form tag. The form tag is here, and override its default submit event, which is a jQuery submit function, and I'll simply call the return false here. Okay, now if you just click on it, the page doesn't get refresh. Okay, now we have to just fetch the form data. I have given IDs to each and every field here, so we can grab its details using ID. So let's fetch the full name. Okay, now we have got this form data here. Now we simply have to pass this form data to our add new contact page. Okay, so and once we send this data to this PHP page, it will try to insert it into the master database, and if it successfully inserts, it will return the JSON array in this case. And so as we are getting the JSON array response, so we are going to use $.getJSON in order to send this data to our PHP script in the backend. So I'm gonna call this PHP script here. Okay, now we have to just pass all this data in key and value pair format. So let's pass it one by one. Okay, now once we send you all the data, we'll get the JSON array response. So we'll just simply check whether data.success equal to true, which means whether the data gets saved in the database. If it gets saved, it will simply return the JSON array success true and data message equal to saved. So we have to show this message saved next to the submit button. For that purpose, I have created this fan tag here. So let's grab this fan tag, which has a class success.html. So we'll put the message here, and we'll add some CSS class which I have created so that the text turns green in this case. So let's see how it works. So if I put some name and email ID and try to submit it, Yeah, there we go. We got this message saved here. Okay, now what if we don't put any data into the form and just try to submit the form here? We'll simply get the error JSON array, okay, which will have the success false, some error message, and there is one more key which says validation error, which is again a JSON array which has target and error key and value pair. Target is a span tag that I have created next to each and every field in this add new contact page, that we can add the errors, the respective errors next to each field. Okay, so let's just loop through this array here. So we are going to use $.each for this. So simply pass data.validation error. Okay, and there is a callback function which is a key and value, which will return the key and value. So we are going to grab this span dot and append the this target. So we are going to use val dot target. Okay, and we'll simply put this message which is a error key. So put val dot error here. Okay, and we are going to add new class here so that the text turns red. So for that I have created the false CSS class. So let's see how it works. So refresh the page, try to submit. Now we have got this error which says full name is required, email ID is required. Now what if I put the name here and click the submit button again? Okay, now the error doesn't go away in this full name text input. So what's the problem? The problem is that we are not clearing up this previous error. So we'll grab all span tags that have false class attached to it, and we'll simply clear their HTML, their content, we can say. So let's see, refresh, try to click the submit button, got two errors here, put some name, try to click the submit button. Okay, now the first error has gone and we can see this email ID is required error only. So okay, so this is how it works. Now the problem is that I don't see this common or global error message next to this submit button. So what's the problem? The problem is that I haven't put this line here, so I'll just make it common for both if and else condition. The only problem is I don't want to pass this class true and hard-coded, so I'll just simply pass data.success, which is a boolean value, so I'll convert it into string. So if data.success equal to true, it will convert into string and it will attach this true class. If it is data.success equal to false, it will convert into string and it will attach the false class here. So the text turns green or red based on the condition. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got this error now. Now if you notice that if even though the message got saved or the data got saved, the form does not get cleaned up. So what's the problem? And also the problem is the saved message does not turn green. So if you right click on this, inspect the element, we see both the classes attached to it, which is false and true. So what we'll do is we'll just remove the false class if it is there. Okay, and for this case in order to clean the form fields, we'll simply grab the form tag again, get of 0, which will return the first form that is there in the page, and we'll simply call the reset function. Okay, so we are almost done here. We'll simply put put email ID and try to submit it. Okay, now we just click on the submit button without entering any data, we'll get these two errors and some general error next to the submit button. If you put the full name, try to click the submit button again, the first error is gone. So in the next video we are going to learn about how to list entered contact details in a grid format. So thanks for watching, stay tuned.